I used to use matches, and now I just do this. It's a lot quicker, it's a lot easier, and why mess around? One little safety tip that I do have, as you can see, there's flames flying up here. Don't put your veil on before you do this. Always light up before you put your veil on, because I've heard of stories where if you've got a nylon veil, they can catch fire and cause some serious burns. So my veil is metal mesh. If it's nylon mesh, you want to watch out for that. Just a safety tip, especially if you've got young ones, young lads and whatnot, learning and they're suited up. Make sure that you get them a metal mesh veil. There's good smoke going on now. There we go. Well, as you can see, there's lots of bees today. It's pretty hot out, very humid, so they do have a tendency to collect on the front when it is like that. And as you can see, our skunk protection does appear to have worked quite well. It's not damaged in any way. So I think he came back, and I can see where some of the screen is dented a little bit where he came back and had a poke around. And I think it worked quite well. The skunk has not returned to do any further damage, so success story there. So I've taken off the lid, I've removed the top cover from this one, and as you can see there's lots of bees in there. This is the very top box now, and we are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 boxes deep. Got 3 showers and 3 deeps, and I think this is a very, very strong colony. It looks like it's pretty much full of bees right from top to bottom. So we're going to tear it down, have a look inside, check for queen cells, make sure everything's cool, make sure we have a laying queen, and this is part of bee maintenance. We would do this every few weeks. You just want to make sure that you're not going to get a swarm or a colony that wants to swarm, and if you are, you need to take evasive actions from there. So I've just removed the one box that we were talking about. Here it is now on the ground, and as you can see, it is full of bees. It is also full of honey, and from what you can see right there, the honey is capped pretty much right down to the bottom on each frame. This box here is ready to come off. We're just going to have a better look inside just to show you, if I can. And there we go. That is completely full of fresh honey from this year. And just check the other ones as well. Make sure that it's all capped. Once it's capped like that, there's a little bit there that's not capped. This one is. The outer frames are usually the last ones to be capped. So we're just going to take the outer frame out and have a peek. And as you can see, the outer frame is mostly capped right through. So here we go. Full box of honey. And I'm not kidding, that box weighs probably at least 70 pounds, if not more. I hope you saw that. So now I've got 2 boxes off here, and we're going to find that this is the box that I just took off. This box is half full, and this one here is also half full, if not more. So We're doing quite well with this colony. We've got 3 boxes, 1 box is full, 2 boxes well on the way. If we keep up with this honey flow within a week, or a week and a half, or 2 weeks, those 2 boxes should be full. We're going to break off this next super here, and then we're going down to the third one above, which is we're getting into the brood area of the colony now, so we're going to see what's happening down there. So we're looking at the third box, and as you can see, the third box is also pretty much full of honey. So we have now 4 boxes. 3 on the ground, 1 to come off. And this box here, they're working away. There's no brood in it that I've found yet. And it looks like we have a 4th box with honey on its way. So I use what they call double brood box method. There's single and there's double. A lot of the commercial beekeepers use the single box method with only 1 box of brood. I use 2 boxes. I find that by building up the colony numbers, you have better honey production. As we can see from this testimonial here, it's only July and we've got 4 boxes well on the way to being full. So they say average of 100 pounds per colony of honey. I've always found that I've averaged more than that. I mean, there's probably at least 80 pounds of honey right here, if not more, and they're not even finished filling them up yet. So there's another frame. No brood to speak of. Just give it a puff. Because I've got the skunk wire protection on the front, I'm going to work on the back, which is better anyway. You don't want to interrupt them coming in any more than you really have to. So they always advise to work at the back. And as you can see, this frame is also full of honey, partially full of honey. This is a brood box, but what's happening here is that they're filling the brood box with honey. So basically we go with the flow, and if that's what they're doing, that's what they're doing. I'm going to take this off, and when it's full, I'll uncap it and collect that honey. It's full right through. Don't forget that the queen could be somewhere around. She's probably further down in this case, and I try not to kill too many bees if I can help it, but usually there are some injuries. So we're going to put these frames back into this box here, and then take this box off and check the next one down. What I do is just cut the ends and pull out. Okay, so now I'm going to take this box off. So now we have the fourth honey box off, and we're down now with the brood area. Let's just see what's happened here. Wow. Man, are they ever filling? They're just filling with honey all the way down. moly. This is kind of unusual to see this much honey right down and no brood. I don't know what's going on here, but there is something going on. Hopefully there is a queen. The hive is not acting in any way that would tell me that there is not a queen. There's some old drone brood on there. But this box is full too, so honey flow is well on its way here. Just even out those frames so they can fill them better. And I think we're going to have to introduce another box onto this one. Knock the bees off that lid. I haven't seen any sign of queen cells yet either, so it doesn't look like it's about to swarm at any time. Into the last box. Down to the last box. Lots of bees. It's a strong colony. I'm going to put this camera here. And just there, and it says we have a way through. I have a feeling that maybe we don't. Signs of a queen here on this frame. There are fresh eggs. For some reason, why she stopped laying. Unless they superseded, they could have. Maybe when we have a skunk in there, she'll try to injure the queen. There are fresh eggs in that frame. We do have a queen. So I'm kind of surprised that it's there. I'm surprised that we have so many bees. Brood, so I'm going to have to put an empty box in there for them. The queen to start laying eggs in another box. Because they have gone crazy with their honey and they're filling everything up. I think what I'll do in this case now is I will put a queen excluder on the second box up. After I put the new box on. Camera. Hopefully you can see. And I'm going to put this box back together. And make sure that that queen is in those two boxes now. It looks to me like they superseded. Slide it around there so that the bees slide off. off instead of getting crushed. Okay, so we're back in the I've added a third box right here. This is a new empty box. And as you can see, the bees, this is a very, very strong colony. There's a lot of bees in this colony. This was the fourth box down, which had been partially full of honey. So just to be on the safe side, what I'm going to do now is to remove some of these frames, maybe all of these frames, and shake them. Make sure that if the queen was in this box, she likely isn't, but just to be on the safe side, she's pretty hard to find amongst all these bees. So to be on the safe side, what I'm doing is shaking these frames down. The bees will go down into these three boxes below. These are now, I'm considering the brood chambers, these three here. This is the empty one. This was the next one up. So, no, this is the empty one. And this is where I found the brood, the new eggs in that bottom one. So what I'm going to do next after that is to put on a, where do we go? Put on a, oh, here it is. To put on a queen excluder, which is this one. So this will prevent the queen from coming up. She'll stay down in those three bottom boxes. So that's the plan, and hopefully it's going to work. So in this example of what we're doing here, this colony has gone a bit wrong. The queen has been superseded, but the colony is very, very strong. They haven't swarmed. They have superseded the queen and continued working and filled everything up with honey. So by shaking and smoking the bees down, pushing them down, shaking off the frames, make sure that the bees all go down. More frames. Frame just fell apart. We'll leave that one right where it is. And give him a puff. Push those bees down. Push them down, get them all pushed up. So now we're going to put that colony back together, or this box back together again. In case you're wondering why I have 8 frame boxes, I bought out an old guy many years ago who had made 8 frame boxes, and he was trying to ease up his back a little bit by making them lighter. I don't think it really makes much difference. So that's why I have odd sized equipment. In this case it's 2, 4, 6, 8 frames. It does fit your 4 frame extractor perfectly well, and you have no frames left over, so you can spin one box out in 2 spins basically. So now we're going to take this box off again now that we've pushed them down. Smoke them down, and on goes this queen excluder. For those that don't know, the bees in the hive, all of the worker bees are female. The worker bees that actually decide what's going to go on in the colony, not the queen, not the males. All the males do is mate with the queen. That's their job, that's their role. So they would put that queen excluder on there now. I think I'll put it the other way up though. I like it tight to the top. This prevents the queen from coming up any further. She won't try and come up into any of these boxes here. So as I was saying, they decide what's going on in the colony. They make the decision as to whether to create another queen, a drone, which is a male, or a worker. And that is by using the egg. All of the eggs are the same. They're all exact. So I have the colony back together now. As you can see, this is where I placed the queen excluder, where you can see the metal bar, and that will prevent the queen from coming up.